Texas Best, Matthew here. The Texas GOP is role-playing anti-data center, but do they mean it? Of course they don't. At the beginning of August, local Texan doorstop and part-time governor Greg Abbott declared a temporary moratorium on grid integration for new data centers until they can satisfactorily answer questions regarding power usage and cooling techniques. In particular, he wants to ensure that data centers do not increase electric costs for Texans and that they do not pollute the local water that residents rely on.
Critics say that Tesla is stealing water from the region here.
This region has so much water. Look around you.
The rich laugh at your thirst. Might I add, Corpus Christi is literally running out of water as we speak. These are very real concerns. Morgan County, Georgia, has already seen well water contamination and pressure drops for nearby residential properties, on top of declarations of eminent domain being used to seize property from families and homeowners. Last November, Abbott called Texas the epicenter of AI development, and only a year later, he wants to declare a moratorium on new data centers. Too late. Texas already has over 500. Only one state beats Texas when it comes to the sheer amount of data centers we have on hand, and that is Virginia. Only Virginia surpasses Texas when it comes to pure number of data centers. This temporary pause does nothing for already existing data centers. They're plugged in. They're already pulling from the grid. They're already pulling from local water resources. They're sucking up water faster than Abbott sucks up disability checks. Of course, that's before he then kicks the ladder out when he's finished, making it harder for Texans to rely on the exact same disability protections and benefits that he so wonderfully took. 500 already operating here. 500 data centers. On top of that, you have local Texas Senator Paul Bettencourt threatening litigation against every and any county that dares to slow down AI development. He and Ken Paxton are currently going after Hood County for enacting their own moratorium. Texas voters decided they wanted to slow down data center development, and we can't have that. So now we have Ken Paxton, local shitbag, and Paul Bettencourt hunting everybody who hates data centers down. Then there's the Abbott-endorsed candidate for Texas Agriculture Commission, Nate Sheets. He recently beat out Sid Miller in the primary. Here's what Nate Sheet has said about AI data centers. The data centers are coming whether we like it or not. We need to take advantage of it. And what role can they play in helping to fund water programs that we can really work on, trying to take the 26 billion barrels of produced water that come out of the Permian Basin on a daily basis and clean that up and even be able to use it in agriculture. So if we can look at those data centers as a resourcing option for us, then it could be a good thing. Why didn't I think of that? Who would have guessed? Data centers make water. They produce water. That's what Nate Sheets says. He said that data centers are going to create endless, bountiful water for Texans. Everybody chill out. I take it back. We're good, right, Nate? Ugh, my God, what a fucking idiot. Endless data centers with endless water flowing, but it's going to be good for Texans because we can surely drink and eat the food and water these data centers produce. What a crock of shit. So, if we have hundreds of data centers, if Abbott has openly lauded the development of data centers, if Abbott-endorsed candidates love data centers, if Donald Trump himself said that Abbott's moratorium was a mistake, if members of Abbott's own administration, his own party, come out to attack Texans who dare to stand up to AI data center development, can we really believe that Texas Republicans give a shit about data centers, that they want to slow it down? I don't think so. I think Greg Abbott's a liar. I think Texan Republicans are liars, and I think they're being super duper performative. They just want you and me and everybody else to think that they don't like data centers now because there's an election coming up, and because James Tallarico is about to wipe the fucking floor with Ken Paxton, and because Greg Abbott is only one percentage point ahead of Gina Hinojosa when it comes to their campaign for governor of Texas. It is a close race. I don't believe a single thing Republicans say about data centers, about flock cameras, about anything involved in this industry. They have proven time and time again that they are more than willing to bend over and take it.